Hello everyone, Gianluca Massi speaking on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope project, and it's such a pleasure for me to be here tonight after, I must say, a few weeks without any live. The weather has been very bad here in Italy, where I am. I am in Rome actually, so we could not share the live view of the universe. Tonight we were almost going to do the same because there are many clouds in the sky, but at the very end we are lucky with some clear sky. So I would like to start sharing images with you after remembering that we are very glad to acknowledge our technological partners. They are Software Bisque, C-Web, and Telescope Live. So I'm happy to start sharing with you our live feeds from the telescope. By the way, these are the telescopes, you can see them here. We have two telescopes placed in the wonderful landscape of Maremma under a very beautiful sky. So we are happy that we have a very dark sky. Well, not tonight because we have the full moon. So the telescope we are using is the one you see actually pointing the sky, not the one I would say sleeping on the left. So using the telescope we are going to see the moon, and this is the console actually making possible to me to control the telescope in Rome where I live, despite the telescopes are about 120 kilometers north of Rome. So here we are, my friends, and I want just to take a picture to be sure we have the moon. Perhaps you can be a bit surprised to see this thing, but as I said, there is some hazy sky. Actually, I don't think this could be an issue if we just adjust the image so that we can concentrate on the bright side. I also like the idea to share this with you, and magically we have the full moon right now, my friends. So happy that the moon is showing so well. Let me take a few images for me for future reference. So my friends, here it is, our full moon. Images are coming, as I say to you, back to back. And this is the moon just imaged live via the Virtual Telescope project. So happy that the sky is cooperating so well tonight. A few more images. As we say, this is the full moon. That is that from the Earth point of view, the Sun, our star, and the Moon are visible on opposite directions. This is why the Moon is full. Keep in mind that both the Earth and the Moon are just receiving light from the Sun. So basically 50% of both the lunar and terrestrial globes are just illuminated by the solar light. But of the half solar of the half lunar globe, the 50% of that globe, the lunar one, you can see a different fraction depending from the position of the moon around the Earth once compared to the position of the Sun. In order to see whole the alpha globe or the lunar globe, you have to be just in this exact alignment, that is the Sun, the Earth, and the Moon. This is the geometrical condition to have, as I said, the full moon. Look here, this is a very nice crater. This is Tycho with this curious pattern, just resembling a typical geographical pole, as you can see on the globes used to represent the Earth. How beautiful this is right now. So the full moon, this is the first full moon of the year brought to you via the Virtual Telescope project. And you know, the moon is our only natural satellite. It is the cosmic object just at the closest the distance of the moon is a bit less than 400,000 kilometers. If you travel at the speed of light, leaving the Earth, just after 1 second, a bit more than 1 second, you are already on the moon. So this is just behind the corner once compared to the cosmic arena out there. Let me take a few more images live. Sorry, because we were stopped. So we are taking images back to back, and you can really enjoy the darker regions of our satellite. They are the so-called Maria basaltic regions, and there are many craters, but the full moon is not the best phase to enjoy those typical features of the moon, the craters, because the light as seen from the Earth is just reaching the moon from the top. So basically you don't have any shadow because you are looking on the same direction of the light reaching the moon. So our line of sight is moving in the same direction as the solar light reaching the moon. So basically no shadows on the lunar surface. So we have lack of contrast. This is why you really don't see any obvious feature, craters. The dramatic contrast you see on the lunar pictures just coming when you have shadows. For example, if you really want to have a very impressive view of lunar craters, it is much better for you to look at the moon, for example, during the first quarter. I am very happy, as I say, that the sky is now cooperating, always keeping an eye on the weather, because you never know what will happen when the sky is so variable from the weather point of view, of course. But I would say that we are lucky and happy tonight to have this view. Just trying to share with you the largest size possible. How beautiful the moon is every time we look at it. How elegant. I'm always happy to share the full moon, even if as an astrophysicist I would think I must, well, I know astronomers have a strange relationship with the moon, because when the moon is out there, the full moon in particular, there is plenty of light just spreading around, so you really miss the faintest astronomical objects. So it is like an additional light in the sky, making it not possible for us to enjoy the most faint object, And this is why, as I said, many astronomers are sleeping when the full moon is out there. But still, I love enjoying the moon. Still, I love sharing the sight with you. Let me adjust the contrast, perhaps making the sight a bit more dramatic, a bit more interesting, perhaps. So perhaps this is the best I can do right now. So happy to share the full moon at last, after I was worried to cancel the live feed because I said of the clouds. Well, not the best view because of the clouds. The atmosphere is not the best, but still I'm happy that I could honor the promise we did at the Virtual Telescope project, that is bringing the moon live to you. And I want to underline, this is the live moon, because our system is taking images back to back. If you look on the left here, taking photo, it's just taking very short images, 0.005 seconds, because the moon is very bright, so bright that I need to use a filter killing the dazzling light coming from moon, so that the telescope can still handle this, because these very powerful telescopes are ready to capture light from the faintest object. So with the moon you can have problems that is too much light, so you have to use a very short exposure time, 0.005 seconds here, but also a filter just killing the glare of the moon. But how beautiful the sight is, I think. This is the first live event, by the way, brought to you by the Virtual Telescope Project, and I really hope that in the future you will join more and more. Take note, by the way, in a couple of days we will be sharing with you a very close approaching asteroid. 2 nights by now. Just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu if you want to learn more and join the next live feed for free, because we will happy to offer all these things, as we did in the past, for free. By the way, this year is very special for us because the Virtual Telescope Project is going to celebrate its 18th birthday. We've been around for 18 years now. How long, it sounds impossible for me that we started all this thing 18 years ago, and I'm amazed and grateful to you for making the reputation of the Virtual Telescope Project a legend now, with so many people waiting for these live feeds brought to you by the Virtual Telescope Project, the most important media around the planet, trusting us and featuring our live events, our astronomical imagery and astronomical and scientific information. So happy to celebrate this new adventure, this new year with you. And this is the first live event just hosted on our platform. So it is our way to start this new year in a very good way. So we are enjoying the Wolf full moon, the first full moon of the year. As I said, our natural satellite, the only astronomical object outside the Earth where we were able to walk for a while, more than 50 years now for the first time, and we are looking forward for the Artemis space mission, bringing us up there above the lunar surface once again in a couple of years, more or less. How beautiful, how amazing always this experience is. And I hope, I see that the weather is now unfortunately deteriorating, so I think we will stop our live feed here. So happy that we could honor this. So I hope to see you on board again. Take note, just subscribe the Virtual Telescope Project page on Facebook, visit our website www.virtualtelescope.eu, and by the way, please consider supporting our project. We will never ask for money to access our live feeds, but to run this very complex and advanced facility, we have to cover expenses, we have to pay bills and so on. So please consider donating whatever you want. Just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu and donate from there. And I want to thank you in advance for supporting our project. That said, looking forward to see you on board in a couple of days to track in real time, as I say, the very close approaching asteroid 2024 BJ. Just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu to learn more about the next event we are waiting in a couple of days. That's all. Gianluca Massi, Virtual Telescope Project Italy. Take care and keep looking up.